Okay, we're going to do a quick reminder, refresher lesson on how you multiply with big numbers that have a lot of zeros. So this is something we've already gone over. Yes, hi Kobe. But we're going to go over it again. So if I had a number like 20 times 5, you obviously aren't expected to know your times 20 facts, but it has a 0 in there. So this is where we're going to take that 0 off, and I'm left with 2 times 5, which I know is 10. But then remember, you took that 0 off, so I have to put it back on the end. So 20 times 5 is going to give me 100. If I had 200 times 5, I see a lot of zeros, so I'm going to take off both zeros because I don't know my 200 facts, right? So I'm left with 2 times 5 gives me 10. And I took off 2 zeros, so you put those zeros back on. Remember, you start at the right. 1, 2, 3, comma. 200 times 5 is 1,000. Get a little trickier. We get into 50 times 7. Same thing. I don't know my 50s facts, but I do know my 5 facts. 5 times 7 gives me 35. I took off 1 0, which means that 1 0 goes back on the end. 100 times 8. Take off those 2 zeros. 1 times 8 gives me 8. Those 2 zeros go back on the end for 800. 9 times 5, or 500, I don't know that one, so I'm going to cross those zeros off. 9 times 5 gives me 45. Put those 2 zeros back on the end. Oh, I got more than 3 digits, so I got to start 1, 2, 3, comma. The last one's a challenge one. So I have 6 times 5,000. Seems like a really big number, but you can do it. Cross those zeros off. 6 times 5 gives me 30, and this 0 doesn't count. I still have to put 1, 2, 3 zeros back on the end. Count 1, 2, 3, comma. 6 times 5,000 is 30,000.